Flopsy and the Easter Bunny Olympics, Part 27 of 40. Though I followed Cedrinum in my assigned position of honor at the front left of the squad as he led his depleted to 68 bunnies in a 4-wide, 17-deep, lengthy formation, I did so mechanically. My paws moved where Cedrinum led, but I was so withdrawn that when we arrived at our first event for round number 3, I literally had to look around in order to figure out where we just marched. Steeplechase, I said to myself, shaking my head in misery. At least it beats burdened endurance. Cedrinum followed his usual protocol of introducing us to whoever it was that led whatever length steeplechase race we were about to do. After the introduction, he and the other rabbit provided us with Cedrinum's 7th round of verbal sparring that Cedrinum obviously lived for. Already distracted by Lacus's congratulations, my thoughts continued to burrow inward as the two leaders exchanged witticisms back and forth with one another. By the time our steeplechase bunny was delivering what was my 3rd repetition of the day concerning how the steeplechase would be run, I'd sunk so deep in my funk that I was paying no attention whatsoever to the repetition of rules. At one point in the steeplechase's bunny's blather, I heard Cedrinum chime in, the tone of his voice sufficiently different to catch my attention. "Did you catch what Red Moon said, Pax?" he asked. "The question you asked Zagger concerning how we line up for steeplechase was only applicable for round 1. For this round, we'll be using the results from round 2 steeplechase to establish who lines up where for round 3. "Yes, sir," Pax replied enthusiastically. "I was listening. Whichever of us finished the 100-meter steeplechase first will start last, and whoever it was who came in last will start first." "Almost," Red Moon said. "What I'm sure you meant to say is that whatever bunny who moved forward from round number 2 to round number 3 that had the slowest time will be first out onto the course. It's entirely possible that somebody who was either lightning fast or a bit more plodding in round 2 may have been eliminated because that bunny's composite score fell below the 25th percentile. A minor point, but every once in a while a bunny contest is being culled, and then the intricacies of our rules and regulations come into play. Speaking of rules, obviously the same time penalty rules apply for anybody who chooses to skip an obstacle. 1 infraction adds 10 seconds to your time, 2 equals 30 seconds, 3's total is 70 seconds, and if one were to skip all 8 obstacles that you're required to go over, under, around, and through as you negotiate your lap, that bunny would be penalized 2,550 seconds, or 42 minutes for 1 lap. Of course, no sports bunny would ever consider stooping to that level of conduct, but I digress. You're not here to hear us talk, you're here to race, to do your best, to put your best paw forward, and after doing your best, accepting the game's result and rejoicing in your attempt, regardless of if you're eliminated in the preliminaries, round 1, 2, 3, or even 4, because that's what true Easter bunnies know is what it takes to march, or in this year's Easter case, April forward. Now follow me, and we'll cue you for your race. A murmur washed over our 68-member squad as Red Moon made his final comments about unsports bunny-like conduct, and I marched forward feeling far better heading over to our track than I had following Cedrinum to the steeplechase area.